3 judges assigned, all from England: Marcus McDonald, Mark Lyson, and Terry O'Connor. When the bell rings, our referee in charge will be Victor Laughlin of Scotland. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing black with gold and weighed in at 20 stone, 3 pounds. Coming to us from Minsk, Belarus, he brings a professional record consisting of 34 wins, 3 defeats, with 25 of his 34 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alexander Ustinov. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing black with white and weighed in at 18 stone, 9 pounds. Hailing from Putney, London, England, he was a 2016 Olympic silver medalist, and now as a professional is undefeated with 8 wins. All 8 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current Commonwealth, WBA Continental, and WBA Gold Heavyweight Champion, Joe the Juggernaut Joyce.
Off with the body warmers, off with the towels, off with the t-shirts.
Alexander, Joe, come on, let's go. Okay boys, you know the rules. Obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Touch gloves.
Joyce not wanting to waste any time in moving up to world title contention, and will want to do a number tonight on the big Russian Alexander Ustinov. Always throws a terrific volume of punches, Joyce.
And they lack a bit of pace at times, John, but they're all correct, and he punches right through the target, so they're heavy shots.
Says he's been working on his head movement, on his footwork, on his mobility to increase his defensive skills, Joe Joyce. Ustinov can be very heavy-handed in his own right.
And it's good that he's working on other parts of his game, you know, to get him better. But oh, good right hand there from Joyce. But don't forget what made you what you are, and that's the physical strength with the pressure he puts on fighters.
Natural athlete, Joe Joyce. He was a rugby player as a lad. Good athlete as well, long jumper and triple jumper. There's a criticism which has been levelled at him. It's that he can be a little too easy to get to, a little too easy to hit. But my goodness, his work rate for a heavyweight is enormous.
Yeah, and his strength and I said like the weight in the shots, he really pushes him back with every punch he throws. But for tonight, he's a little bit different, isn't he? Moving around the ring a little bit more, not being so aggressive.
Ustinov, remember, a couple of fights ago was fighting Manuel Char for the WBA regular title, lost that on points. And is he cut over the left eye?
Yeah, I think it's just a little nick, isn't it?
Whether it was heads or a glove that did that, not too sure, but there is definitely a nick there.
Good little looping right hand there from Joyce. Just maybe want to just set it up by just throwing a little jab to the body, little jab to the chest maybe, then throwing that right hand over the top. He's dipping the shoulder there, that's all the jab to the body. Yeah, good shot.
First big shot of the fight. Looking to follow it up, and a slightly anxious look on the face of Ustinov.
He just looked at the second right hand when he went to go back in for the second phase of attack there, Joyce. Just looped the right hand. He needed a little bit more straight for that shot.
So last few seconds of an opening round, which Joyce unquestionably wins.
But it was an interesting. It wasn't the same Joyce as we used to see in the slightly robotic, real pressure fighting of Joyce. He tried to be a little bit more movement in his game, but now he's going back to maybe reverting back to type. Good shot.
Good work. Decent right hand. And catches him with the left, and Ustinov wanting to hold on.
If you could just generate just a little bit more speed, a little bit more snap in those punches, Joyce, Ustinov would literally be cold by now. He's just so heavy-handed, aren't he? A good shot.
Ustinov is not missing, he's not slipping much here. You can see how chilly it is here now with the steam rising off the bodies of both fighters.
Well, Ustinov needs to keep moving his head a bit more. You got to get that jab and just try and offset the pressure here of Joyce. Just not doing enough. He's pouring with that jab, Ustinov, and it's just allowing Joyce just to walk right up onto him and detonate that right hand.
He's looking for a chance to land a big right of his own, Ustinov. That's what he's aiming for. Joyce clearly taking the opening round.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
No more than a nick over the left eye of Ustinov.
Good from Joyce there. If anything, just judging the distance for that right hand there, just pouring with the jab.
Chopping right hand, that's the one that the Russian is looking for. Belarusian, I suppose I should say, to be technically correct. Hails from Minsk.
Shots, good left hook there from Joyce. This is where he's good, Joyce, because Ustinov trying to hold him. He's so physically strong. Joe Joyce just pulling his arms free and just looking to do work. So that's better from Joyce. So, you wanted to move his head, you wanted to be more of a body movement, more athletic, but just using your arms to block and counter, I think that might be the way forward for him.
Wild overhand right there from Joyce.
He's got him on the rails a little bit here, John, I think.
Ustinov being backed up. Looks as though Ustinov is certainly going to see it out to the bell to end this round, but under heavy pressure as the seconds tick away. Good round, Joe Joyce. Third round. A lot of those who like a punt on their boxing were reckoning that Joe Joyce could get Ustinov out in the first 3 rounds. Well, if he's going to do so, he needs to have more of this.
Body shot there from Joyce. Oh, good right hand there from Ustinov.
Yeah, one came back there.
That's good though. Good for him firing back.
Now, is Ustinov going to be able to land more, or is Joyce going to make him pay?
Well, this is the Joyce we used to see him, relentless pressure.
Is there a low one gone in? Referee not signalling that that was the case. Clipped him with a couple of right hands in this round, Ustinov. No knockdown.
He has, and that's always been that's the criticism of Joyce, and that will continue to be that way. But I think, you know, what he gains from coming forward, though, he takes a few shots, but he has the better of the exchanges because he's always pushing you back. So sometimes it's hard to generate enough power, really, to really stop him in his tracks.
No stage, really, in his 8 pro fights so far has Joyce been in any real trouble. Good body shot from Ustinov, but he takes one back and another. And Joyce is going looking for him.
Oh, good right hand from Joyce there.
And a big left hand putting him down. And is it going to be all over here in the 3rd round? Joyce is celebrating. Ustinov blinking uncomfortably, and he's counted out. The fight all over in the 3rd, and Joyce, oh, there goes the spectacular celebration and getting the win that he craved. A spectacular win and a quick one.
He just beats you up. I can't even put any other words on it. He just beats you up. He goes in there, he's strong, he walks forward, and he just thumps you until you quit. And that's exactly what happened. It is, you know, all the technical terms in the world. He's a lovely fella, but he just walks right up to you and just pummels you to the ground.
So we're having no technical analysis.
That is the technical analysis.
That's the story.
You don't need it. Listen, in the first round, he tried to be a little bit more elusive, tried to move around the ring, tried to be a little bit smarter, maybe. And I think things they're working in the gym, you have to just slowly introduce into his game, because what makes him the force he is, and all the mistakes that go with it, is the relentless pressure and the heavy-handedness he has. He needs a bit more. No, he needs a bit more snapping the punches to really put you to sleep cold, I think, at the highest level. But he pummels you to the ground. You see that there, Ustinov relentlessly taking hard punches from 1st round to the 2nd round, and then in that last round, then the 3rd round, he got beat up. He took a body shot, a right hand, and then he didn't look for the floor. He got put on the floor.
There's the left hand.
He got put on the floor, but that was it. Then he'd been beat up so much. All those heavy shots he took, that weren't enough to put him to sleep, but enough to make him think, what am I doing here?
Ustinov had clipped him with a couple of right hands.
And that's in many ways it's worse, because you get
don't upset him.
You land with a good shot, and he walks right through you and breaks your heart and breaks your spirit. And I say it again, he just beats you up and pummels you, and that's what makes it. That's why he is the juggernaut. He steams right through you.
Steams right through, and looking to be in action again in July. That's the sort of celebration you need. Happy days, eh? Cool. 18 stone 9 of gyrating Joe Joyce.
That's the 2 of me.
Here's Thomas Treiber to tell Joe Joyce what he wants to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 55 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Victor Laughlin, reaches the count of 10. Therefore, your winner by way of count out, and still undefeated, Joe the Juggernaut Joyce.
Such a nice fella outside the ring. Get him inside there. He looks a wee bit different.
And he'll knock you out, because that's now 9 out of 9. John, as good as you were, I thought it was a great line by Barry. The relentlessness of this Joe Joyce, but behind this ability to just knock the stuffing out of the opponent, Andy, is something you talked about. It's the confidence and belief that comes from what he did long before he turned professional. He knows what he's doing in there, doesn't he? Even if it's not the most artistic.
Yeah, he may be slow and cumbersome at times, but in working with Adam Booth, his speed will improve, his technique will improve, and his athleticism will improve. And when he has those things in place, he's going to take some stopping. He takes some stopping right now for such a big man and the relentlessness of his boxing. But working with Adam Booth, as they progress, he's going to be a weapon.
Richie, were you impressed tonight?
Yeah, there was. He started how I wanted him to start, behind that jab. You could see some differences in that opening round as he's jabbing to the body, then he's leaning a little bit more, slipping to the right-hand side. He's trying to be a little bit more elusive.
Thanks, Paul. Joe, that was a different Joe Joyce in the first round. What was the thinking?
Well, I just thought I'd, try out some new stuff and, see where I could land my shots and that. I tried to start a bit fast, see how, see what comes back and stuff like that. But yeah, he's, he's a seasoned veteran. He's very tough, and each round he kind of changed a little thing. Must have been listening to his corner, and obviously rightly so. Likewise with me, and trying to incorporate what Adam Booth's telling me in the corner, and working with the new team. It's a really great team, buzzing. Really buzzing environment before, getting me warmed up for the fight and that. So, I came in warm and ready, and yeah, it's great to put on such a performance in front of a big crowd from Stevenage. Shouts out to everyone who came and everyone who's watching it back home on BT Sport.
A new slicker, slightly more defensively minded Joe Joyce. The heavyweights are not going to be happy with that, Joe. They liked you when you just came forward and took punches.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it's equally as exciting, me not getting hit so much, but, giving my opponents more to worry about.
And once you started to tag him with that right hand, you just got a bit closer and a bit closer, and you were starting to hurt him. Then the finishing shot was a lovely left hook.
Yeah, I'll have to go and watch it back in the highlights or something.
Take it from me.
Yeah, okay. Well, it felt good anyway.
And of course, the good thing about that, Joe, is that hasn't taken much out of you, because 8 weeks' time you're back in the ring, July 13th on BT.
Yeah, so I'll be back in the gym soon, and ASAP. Might have a couple of days off, and then I'm back in the gym, getting ready for July 13th. I can't wait.
As things unfold, Gorman's obviously fighting Dubois, and you're going to fight whoever, unless you can tell me who it is tonight. But if you can't tell me who it is, how do you see it opening up in the next 7 or 8 months, Joe? And then ideally, what would you like?
Well, I'd like a world title by the end of the year, and to get in some, set myself up for some really big fights in 2020.